What's going on, everybody? It's Pack, aka the Herald of Galacta, back from a long hiatus with another Marvel Rivals What If video. Today we're going to be talking about what if Quicksilver was playable in Marvel Rivals. This one's going to be pretty interesting, so I'm excited to see what you guys think about it. So let's get into it. First off, as always, whenever I use another person's art in my video, I have to give them a shout out. So shout out again to Xander, Artisan00 on Twitter/X for making this awesome piece and allowing me to use it in my concept video. So go check out their stuff, give them a like, all that stuff, and thanks again. All right, so Quicksilver. I've got Quicksilver as a strategist. I think this game has some unique designs and strategists already, but I want to see more. I want to see them push the bounds of what a strategist can be, or a support type player can be in a hero shooter game. And so for that reason, I've designed a different take on a support, one that has to be a little bit more close up and involved, that relies more on disruption and speed than just straight up healing output. So I'm excited to see what you guys think. So first off, base HP is going to be 250, base speed is 10 meters per second, and the main attributes, like I said before, are speed and knockback or speed and disruption. So I thought about giving him a lower base health because of his incredible speed, which is almost double everyone else's. But I feel like the problem with that is with characters like Hela and Hawkeye in the game, one shot below 250 HP is death. And it's just annoying to deal with. It's not a fun mechanic. So I wanted him to be able to at least, try to survive. Especially because he himself actually doesn't have many ways to provide himself healing. He has to rely on going and getting health packs if he wants to do that. So yeah, let's get into the actual kit. So the primary fire is Speed Barrage. Quicksilver unleashes a quick burst of punches in front of him, dealing damage to enemies. So his main attack would function kind of like Iron Fist does, where it has like an auto reticle lock on. But he, instead of attacking in slow, boom 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 kind of punches like Iron Fist, it's a barrage. So it's 10 quick punches that are doing 3 damage apiece for like 30 damage burst, right? And he has to be really close to damage enemies though. So it's a short range. It does have a little bit of a lock on effect, sort of like Iron Fist does, but it's a short range and it's not doing a ton of damage. So it's just really something to, if he had to put out damage, if he needs to finish off an enemy that he can track down enemies because he's so fast. So if somebody's low health and they're getting away, he can sort of be the one to finish them off and then get back to his team. Secondary fire is Health Toss. It says Health Toss, but imagine it more as like a health dash. Quicksilver dashes to an ally and heals them 25 health. He has 3 of these, and they each have a 4-second cooldown. So basically the way I see it in my head is, imagine your POV, third person over the shoulder. He zips out of view for a second and comes back after locking onto an ally and clicking the ability. So it's almost as if he's running to the ally and returning to where he was in like a blink of an eye, really giving the effect of he's a speedster and he's able to zip over to somebody and patch them up and zip back. I think that's a cool, different take on the sort of support idea of his character and being able to heal people by literally running over, helping them, and then running back before you can even notice. I think that's such a cool, unique way to express his speed without it being insane. And it's also expressed more in the other abilities that we'll get into. So I gave him a passive. It's less of a true passive and more just a reminder to the player that he has extremely high speed and an auto lock on his abilities. So yeah, that's just plain and simple. It's called Silver Speed. Next up, we have Speed Cyclone. Quicksilver places a Speed Cyclone wherever he is standing that lasts 2 seconds. The Speed Cyclone pushes enemies back and grants speed boost to allies in the area of effect. There are 2 charges of these, and they have 7-second cooldown each. So basically, this is sort of what I was talking about also with the idea of a disruption and knockback. So he can place these down wherever he is, that'll knock enemies back, and this is sort of an anti-dive tool. It's an engage tool. There's a lot of unique ways that you can use this depending on how you want to play this character, and I made him very versatile for a reason, so that you can choose to use it in different ways. But I think it's unique. Something that we're not seeing a lot in this game is speed boosting support, so I think it'd be cool if he's kind of revolving around that mechanic of giving speed and pushing people around. And that brings us to our other ability, Super Dash. Quicksilver dashes immediately to the ally or enemy he is locked onto. If it is an ally, he heals them 30 health. If it is an enemy, he deals 30 damage and knocks them back. This has 5-second cooldown and 2 charges. So again, you notice a pattern, lots of charge, multi-charge abilities with medium-ish cooldowns that basically have him going in and out of fights rapidly, doing small bits of healing and knocking enemies back to displace them and disrupt them. I wanted his kit to not be so heal heavy, but instead be more disruption heavy, like I mentioned before. So the thing about him is, no way to really heal himself. He has to put himself in harm's way in order to heal sometimes, as well as the fact that when he runs out of cooldowns on any given healing ability, he has to wait for it to come back. So there's a give and take to his character. He's not as, he can't just sit way back in the back like Rocket and spam heals into the crowd endlessly. He really has to think when and how he uses his healing abilities, especially if he's putting himself in a harm's way. So yeah, next up we got Quick Dash. Not very creative with the names here, sorry about that, but Quick Dash. Quicksilver dashes in the direction he is moving, dashing through allies, heals them 20 health, and he can dash through multiple allies at once. This ability has a 4-second cooldown and 2 charges. So the way I see this, imagine if he basically had a Black Panther slash dash type of ability, except for instead of dealing damage, it just heals allies. And I think that's like I really wanted to focus on him being able to move around as fast as possible, being hard to pin down. And again, not doing an excessive amount of healing, but it's just if you cycle your cooldowns correctly, he's really difficult to deal with. That was the concept behind him. Okay, and last we have his ultimate, Super Speed Flurry. Quicksilver can move at an incredible speed and grant speed to all teammates near him. All of his cooldowns are cut in half for the duration. So imagine this as sort of a combination between a Johnny Storm type ult and a Captain America type ult. So he gives speed boost to all allies within like an AoE of himself, increasing the overall speed of the team that's near him. And all of his cooldowns get cut in half for the duration, which means he can put out a lot more healing during this ultimate. So it's similar in nature to from a healing output standard as one of the Luna or Mantis type ults, but it's not automatic. You still have to activate the abilities. You still have to have game awareness. You still have to press a button to have it happen. It's not automatic. And so because of that, I feel like his ult has a counter in that sense. It's not so cut and dry. Just heal everybody in an AoE. So, and again, focusing on the speed of it all, he gives speed to all of his allies as well. So yeah, that's my Quicksilver concept. If you guys like this, be sure to like it, leave a comment. If you don't like it, tell me what you would change, tell me what you like, whatever, all that stuff. Thanks for checking out the video. Hopefully I'll get some more out soon. I know I was on a long hiatus before this, got real busy with life and things, but yeah, let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching.